I have bummer news. This stinks. Rainn Wilson. Rainn Wilson. Dwight Schrute. Dwight K. Schrute. Beat farm owner. Angela's on again, off again, sometimes secret, sometimes out in the open lover. The assistant to the regional manager of the Scranton Dunder Mifflin, or at least the actor who portrayed those various personalities. He was unfulfilled the whole time they shot that show. He wasn't happy. And that stinks. I love that show so much. And that show is just a shell of itself without Dwight K. Schrute. The idea that you could be such an iconic character in a show like that and not be happy while doing it, it kind of boggles the mind. Because, I mean, how many of us would give so much to be Dwight K. Schrute? Or to be in a hit show and to be a character like that? Like, how many of us would give anything just to be Kevin or Oscar or Creed in that show? And yet, Dwight, I mean, what? There's Michael, Jim, and then Dwight. I would say there's only a couple characters that you would want to be before you would want to be Dwight. And I think there's a lot of people that would want to be Dwight above those other two. Because at least Dwight doesn't have to be so serious all the time. He gets to, Jim has to be kind of straight-faced and serious most of the time. Dwight gets to let his hair down and be kind of crazy a lot crazy a lot of the time. Anyway, I really want to bring this up because this didn't go into a mental health type problem for him. He doesn't go into any sort of really dark place. He just said he wasn't feeling fulfilled. He wished he was a movie star, or he wished he was in a more like drama type show where he could exercise some more drama type acting chops. And that's all understandable. But what it really illustrates, I think, is how somebody can look so successful from the outside, and inside there's a whole different set of emotions going on. And that does open up to the idea of mental health and how somebody could be just hurting on the inside and you never see it. And it's how you lose people like a Chris Cornell from Soundgarden or Chester Bennington from Linkin Park. They're so successful and they ended their own life. Kurt Cobain from Nirvana ended his own life at the very beginning of his career. I mean, who knows here, 29 years later, who knows what Kurt Cobain would be, how big he would be, what kind of music he would have made at this point. Who knows? It would have been amazing. Or maybe not. There's no telling. There's no telling. I know that his drummer went on to do amazing things with Foo Fighters. Yes, in their lyrics, all three of the folks I mentioned, in their lyrics, they definitely touched on very dark themes. But so did Eddie Vedder, and he's still with us. So did Ozzy Osbourne, and he's still around. That you can't take art and say, well, because this artist made something that was kind of dark, they're definitely going to kill themselves. That you can't do that. And so we're stuck not knowing. You see dark art and you just don't know. And so that brings me to another huge topic that I get into every time I get the chance. And that is, if you are feeling like you don't have anyone to talk to, I want you to call 988. And if you don't feel like you can call, I want you to know that you can text 988. And they will talk to you and they'll give you resources, or they'll just chat if all you want to do is chat. If you're just not feeling fulfilled in life, they'll chat with you about that. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to do it alone. And it doesn't matter how successful you look from the outside. You can be suffering. And it's fine. It's fine to be suffering. If Dwight K. Schrute can in one take yell butt liquor, our prices have never been lower, and walk off the set feeling down, feeling like he didn't really do his art that day. Whatever it is you do for a living, whatever it is you do at home, you could feel that way too. And if you need somebody to talk to about it, call 988. Text 988. They're there for you. And if you're a veteran, I'm a veteran, you know we're particularly susceptible to this. Call 988. Text 988. I've lost brothers to suicide. And even if I didn't serve with you, you're my brother. I don't want to lose more. Or sister. I shouldn't have just said brother. You're my brother or my sister. I don't want to lose you. Give that number a call or give it a text. It's worth it. Don't bow out. And as for Dwight, hopefully after revealing that he didn't feel fulfilled, I sure hope people have come through and told him just how much he made my life and their life. And he made so many millions of people's lives better by doing what he did. I hope that's helped a little bit, because he did make my life better. That show is unbelievable, and it's given me countless hours of laughter. Who knows how many times I didn't need to text 988 because I had the office to turn to. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.